Welcome everybody to week 2 of PRT League Central. We have another fantastic matchup this week for you. We're going to join it in progress here, just a few turns in as we get started here. Just 3 turns in for most players, 4 for Phantom Force and the Dragons finishing up their turn here. Let's take a look at the settings here for game 1 of week 2 of PRT League Central. Right there, we are in Battle of Svolder, 70% domination, blizzards off, fog off, portals unstable, fixed cards, 60-second turn timer, and balance blitz dice here. You can see Phantom Force first in turn order, Dragons second in turn order, Ragnarok third, the Pirates fourth, XCeLL fifth, Team XCeLL fifth, and Ponyhof in 6th here in turn order. Battle of Svolder, already some bonuses taken. Let's take you through exactly what everybody has so far. But first, let's look at the standings after week 1 here in PRT League Central. They look like this. Dread Pirates got 22 points in week 1, Ponyhof with 13, Team XCeLL 3, Ragnarok 2, Dragon 0, and Phantom Force sitting on -1 will want to erase that negative number this week. Hopefully with a better performance. This is a 70% fixed here in Battle of Svolder that we will be matched up in. And I'll also take you through the players that are actually competing here so you know who's playing for each team. But each of these teams, remember, could be in a VC right now with their teammates. So they may have multiple people working through on each of these game moves that they're making. They may not be making them alone. That's kind of the purpose of the team game that we're playing here. So in Battle of Svolder, the bonuses that have already been taken. Phantom Force with those 2 bonuses on the right, that's a +3 and a +2 for a total of a +5. The Dragons with just the +2 on the far left there so far. The Ragnarok's got the center bonus, that +5, that's a OP bonus potentially on this map. The Pirates there at the bottom with a +4. And Team XCeLL with the +5, again in a pretty OP spot there, and then Ponyhof with 2 bonuses here being played by Pete, and they've got +5 total with the +2 and the +3 with their 2 combined bonuses. As we begin turn with 4 cards for Phantom Force, your players for this one, I'll let you know for who is playing for each team. It is another bonus take there for Phantom Force. Saber playing here. Saber 555 playing for the Dragons. You can see this is a pretty blocked up map. It's a really small map that we're working here. Team Ragnarok, the host this week for PRT League Central Week 2. They've selected Battle of Svolder, which is a pretty choky map. All the islands are have sea lanes all over them, but it's a small map to play 70% on. So we'll see how these guys all kind of play it out. Where it can be a little bit challenging. You can see already the green team there just dealing with some challenges and where they can even take cards. So for Phantom Force there first in turn order, you've got Little Banana Juice playing as blue, Saber 555 playing for the Dragons as white. For Team Ragnarok, you've got 3 IRC, aka Eric. And for the Pirates, playing as black, you have Carter 8786. For Team XCeLL, you've got the Line Kitty and the one and only Peteman playing for Ponyhof in orange here. 6th in turn order in the 70% fixed game. All right, so the name of the games get to 70%. You can see 20% your highest total so far with Team Ragnarok. Total troops, Ragnarok already at 75 troops, so they are ahead in troop order. They also have kind of that center bonus, that +5 right in the middle of the map. Real valuable. Can definitely lead you in a lot of directions, but it's just tough to get the 70% on this map due to it being really easy to block. Just a reminder, for kind of how the scoring works and the format works here for PRT League. This is 6 teams competing over 12 weeks. We're in week 2 here. Most points after the 12 weeks wins the league. The top 3 teams get to go to the Spring Champions League. They'll take on the top 3 teams from the PRT West. In the matches, we do a weekly match. Each team gets to be the host for 2 weeks, 2 of those 12 weeks. Each of these weeks will have 2 back-to-back games, first with a 70% and then a World Dom. The teams get to choose pretty much all the settings beyond the 70% World Dom requirements for the first and second games. And the way the scoring works here is a win's worth 10 points. A bounty is 3 points, but you've got to get an immediate trade or the victory on that turn. And if you fail a 70%, you lose a point, which we saw plenty of times last week across both leagues. We'll see if we have a failed 70 run here tonight with these 6 fantastic Risk players. It is a challenging map because you're going to see some major stacks put around. We do have unstable portals, which should add some access to the map overall for these guys to be able to work in different directions, make the blocks a little bit tougher. But again, with such a kind of choky map here, there's only so many directions you can run with your stacks. And you can see most of these guys are in pretty much one position. Phantom Force over here on the right, but they've got the one stack on the left side helping them out. Dragons in basically 3 spots on the map, which is a little better spread. Ragnarok again has that centerpiece and then the top left and top right positions. Dread Pirates, they've got 3 positions, 3 solid positions. That may be helpful for them, potentially making a run. And then Team XCeLL there with just really the one position, maybe in the worst position on the map. And Team Ponyhof there with Pete, 2 positions, but they're very blocked in. You can see they're already kind of getting card blocked there, right in the middle of your map. We'll see if these guys do decide to go with like a full-on card blocking plan. There is the opportunity on this map to do that, just the way the bonuses are set up. All right, here goes Saber. He's at 72 troops currently. You just see very minimal movement so far from these guys. Who will be first to blink? Who will make that first move, you wonder? Keep in mind, it is 3 points kind of guaranteed for your team if you can get that kill with an immediate trade. So at some point, someone may decide their best chance is just to go ahead and get that kill and take that. You can see Lina here marking up her screen, talking about maybe a best path for 70. But it is a tough 70 run here in the Battle of Svolder. It's 31 territories here for the 70%, all but 13. And again, it's unstable portals, so that also can incentivize. We are doing fixed cards here, so the trades aren't going to get huge to make that 70 run any easier. Again, another reason why someone may just decide to go ahead and go for a kill at some point, collect those 3 points for their team. Because the points are valuable. You're trying to collect as many points as you can over the 24-game season, 2 games per week. And those standings, once again, for what we saw after the first week. Dread Pirates were at 22, Ponyhof at 13, Team XCeLL at 3, Ragnarok at 2, Dragons at 0, and Phantom Force -1 with that failed 70 run. Failed 70 run means you get to at least 50%, but you don't take the whole 70% on your turn. That counts as a failed 70 run. You lose a point for your team. Really passive, just overall, just taking territories here. kind of a card trade going on there between Phantom Force and Ponyhof down in the bottom left island. Saber pretty blocked in here. No, he's got that same one he can trade with there at the bottom left. He can work on that same trading area. Yeah, he does. So the Dragons, Ponyhof, and Phantom Force all kind of trading in that bottom left island. Again, trade zone's critical here. When you're playing with a choked up 70 map, people trying to hold their bonuses in a fixed game, but everyone needs their cards, so it can get a little bit messy. So far we haven't seen like the major breaks, but we'll see if the temperature rises here a little bit as some of these stacks get bigger. Yeah, so we also see Team XCeLL and Ragnarok trading up there in the top island. In the far north island, they're trading. So that's 5 of your trades. The only one not in one of those groups is really the Pirates, but they're going to use that top right island, at least for now. Dragons gives a yawn. Saber's thinking this game's slowing down and we're getting a little bit stuck, maybe. Team XCeLL continuing to trade there with Ragnarok in the top island. Here goes the Peatman. He's going to trade down there in the bottom left like they've been doing. And a little banana juice here for Phantom Force. Another sleeping emote there from Saber. Feeling like the group's maybe being pretty passive. It's maybe the emotion he's trying to convey. Little banana juice trades there with Pete. Moves off of it. The unstable portal's kind of releasing some of that tension that you see on this map, where people can get card blocked and be forced to break. Let's see if Saber amps up the action a little bit. He's acting bored. See if that's an impetus for... No, he just takes trades, moves back, and hands the keys here, the dice, over to Eric for Team Ragnarok. So who blinks first here? Troop count, not huge disparity. Ragnarok and Phantom Force out in front. But nothing major. Ponyhof's the one lacking the most there with Pete and Orange. Again, just another trade there from Eric. Here goes Carter 8786 for the Dread Pirates playing as black. We still see Lina on her screen here, looking at potential pathing options. The Pirates trade kind of left side there with the Dragons. Pirates in the worst trading position, I think. They're just kind of blocked in. But they've got a lot of positions around the board, so they're in a better position for a 70 run potentially. Okay, we see another trade there from Lina. Another trade from Pete. Get a little UI scale boost there from Lina. Appreciate that. 112 troops now for Phantom Force. Whoever makes their run's going to have to go through some stacks. So you got to get them in the right position if you're going to do it. Unlikely we see a kill now with the troop count being so similar, unless maybe we see a failed run into a kill. That definitely could happen. Just mainly trading going on from all these guys so far. I think Ragnarok's still in probably the best position on the map. Has that center bonus and those 2 wing positions. The Pirates also have a really good spot. They're 3rd and 4th in turn order. They kind of just worked out nice positions on the map. We'll see if they can do something with it. So just kind of a trading period where they're building up their troops to potentially make that run. Again, a small map here chosen by Team Ragnarok. Very choky, very small with the unstable portals. So it was always going to be a game where someone has to make that first move. And whether that first move is taking a risky 70 run or taking a 3-point bounty run, we'll see. We'll see which way these guys decide to go. There's a 10 trade there for Lina. Gets the wild card. Gets rid of some dudes, or a dude. A little more thinking going on here from Lina, but just sets up the 3 likely just to be a trade. I think Lina just talking through with their team what their potential options are for a future run here and how they would go about it. Definitely some thinking going into this deploy stage. Maybe on the precipice of a move here from Team XCeLL. But for now, just to take and trade with Ragnarok. Here goes Pete for Ponyhof. He gets a 10 trade also. Takes him up to 107 troops. Leaves Dragon, the only team with less than 100 troops. Back to the top for Phantom Force. A little banana juice, mostly just on the right side of the map, but he does have that one trading position, bottom left, that's helped him a lot. He kind of has those 2 prongs going out. He has kind of 3 prongs going out of his bonus, plus the position on the left. So not a bad position there for Phantom Force to potentially make a run at some point. They're just trading here. It's kind of a 3-way trade going here bottom left between the Dragons, Phantom Force, and Ponyhof. See the turns going a little bit longer as these players kind of think through what their options are and how they want to play it. Someone giving a thumbs up, thumbs down to Team XCeLL here. All right, Eric with the trade on 5 for Ragnarok. The home team that chose the Battle of Svolder as their home map here for the 70% game will also get their home World Dom map in the next game here, coming up right after this. Alright, just a simple trade from Ragnarok. Doesn't look like they're doing anything anytime soon. Here go the Pirates. They've been working in this bottom left trading zone recently with the dragons. So now you kind of have dragons and pirates trading, Ponyhof and Phantom Force trading, and Ragnarok and XCeLL trading. So kind of 3 pairs of trades in different spots on the map as these guys continue to build up their armies. Another take and retreat there from Ponyhof. Phantom Force back at the top of the order. Continuing to build that bottom left stack up there. We get another yawn from the dragons. Does Saber do something here? Saber continues to yawn and make emotes like no one's being aggressive enough. Does he decide that it's time to be aggressive? He's got 111 troops. You can see Lina again mapping out the best potential 70 run for Team XCeLL there. Yeah, Saber just takes a card and moves back. Here goes Eric for Team Ragnarok. Feels like we're getting closer to the point where someone makes a move. We're just at the troop count where someone's going to decide it's worth the risk. Maybe we see some teaming happen at some point here with the alliances, and 2 players get together to work on a kill and make it profitable. Alright, dragons move into a new position. Just to take a card through the portal, though. They don't actually stack there. It would have been very... Oh, sorry, that was the pirates. That would have been very interesting if they stacked there where Ragnarok and XCeLL have been trading. Just 4 dudes here for Lina Kitty. Just the 4 troop trade on 4. Lina goes a different direction there for the card. Kind of interesting. Blocking off a potential other path. Pete really thinking through this draft. Longest draft we've seen from Ponyhof in a while. Maybe feeling like something's about to happen. It is just a trade to move back, but a little more time going on, which gives you the feeling like we're right at that precipice of movement. And back at the top of the turn order goes a little banana juice here for Phantom Force. Still has the same trade available with Ponyhof that they've been using, and they do use it again. And here goes Saber once again, the big emoter of the night. Does Saber say, I'm going to make something interesting happen? Long draft period here for Saber. Again, I think all of these players are realizing we're right on the edge of the first big move of the game, and they're trying to make sure they're prepared best. Okay, it is a 10 trade there from Saber on 5. Not sure why that took so long. He's on 5 cards. But just the move in the trade area he's been working on this majority of the game. And here goes Eric here for Team Ragnarok with a 10 trade. Does the 10 trade promote him making some sort of move here? He does split his Fortify up a little bit. He takes the dragons out of that top right corner, and he sits on that potential portal. So a bit of an aggressive move there, because the dragons still have a card. They just have to work on the top left for their card now. And a 10 trade there for Carter 8786 for the Dread Pirates. Interesting little spot there for the Pirates to be in. Here goes Team XCeLL. Oh, Team XCeLL is rolling a Pete stack. Oh boy, this will be a kill attempt. It looks like a kill attempt on Ponyhof from Team XCeLL. Are they planning on turning this into a 70 run? Line of Kitty here, going for the Pete kill using the kill Pete strategy, as it were. She works through Saber there and into Pete's territory, rolls a 63 on 20. Makes sure to slider to save troops. Loses 15 on the 20. And then cleans up the rest. Good game. 46 on 20. Loses 17. And that will be the end of the Peteman, and 3 points for Team XCeLL here. Now, is this into a 70 run? It's only 34%. So still a long, yeah, just a Fortify here from Team XCeLL. But does that open up the board enough for Phantom Force maybe to do something? Looks like Team XCeLL just kind of decided it was worth taking the guaranteed 3 points. Didn't feel like they were going to have the 70 run. So they go for the kill, go for the 3 points. But they're only at 55 troops now. So does someone go for that kill potentially to take the next guaranteed 3 points? Or do we see a little patience exercised here? Or is the board opened up enough for a 70 run? A kill on Team XCeLL will get you 34%, which is nearly half the 70 you need. Long thought presses here from Phantom Force. Maybe they weren't expecting to see that kill, and having to readjust here for a little banana juice in Team Phantom Force. Let's see what they do. No, just a very passive play. Oh, but a little bit of a block put on there by Phantom Force. Okay, what does Saber do here for the Dragons? Okay, Saber is... It's an interesting play here. Okay, he is going for the line of kill. Ooh, had to double tap that. Has to get decent dice here. Gets the 2v1. Oh my gosh, it came down to a 2v1 there at the bottom. Saber is going to split and get the kill easily here after winning that 2v1 and needing some nice dice luck. But the Dragons do get the kill on Team XCeLL there. And the 3 points for the Dragons. Now can Saber turn this into a full-on 70 run? He's at 47%, so he's got to be careful here. Gets 10 troops. Does he go for the 70 or not? Remember, if they get to 50%, they have to get the 70 on this turn or they lose a point. Yeah, he skips. Okay, here goes Ragnarok. Can they do it? They've got 144 troops to work with. A pretty wide open board, relatively speaking. Or potentially they could go for a dragon's kill to collect 3 points. A lot of options here for Team Ragnarok. Let's see how aggressive they want to play it here. Eric slow on the fortify so far, or on the deploy so far. Okay, hitting the dragons. Let's see how much. Cleaning up that end. Is this a dragon's kill, potentially? Going for the 3 points? No. Okay, so just hit the dragons a little bit. Here go the pirates and Carter 8786. 142 troops. Again, they could potentially make a 70 run or go for that dragon's kill for the 5 cards. Oh, hits a big Phantom Force stack. Cleans up the... Okay, so this is 70% run here from the pirates. 36%. 38. There's not going to be a kill in this. Okay, 63%. We're past the threshold, 68%, and it is going to be a win for the Dread Pirates. Congratulations, Eric, getting the first win of the season there for the Dread Pirates, winning in the Battle of Svolder, getting the 70%. We'll get set up for Game 2, but congratulations, Dread Pirates. Also 3 points to Team XCeLL and 3 points to the Dragons on that one.